Yeah, you have digital enablement as the next one. What exactly is that?
Yeah.
Is that enabling the underlying infrastructure to accept digital tools and that kind of stuff, or what is that?
So I shared earlier, we nonprofit health system, we sold off 20-ish% of our company to Advent Health. So our partners to, and a big partnership. It's been great. We've done a lot of things with them, but we did it for one reason. It gave us $800 million in what we call pivot capital to really enable consumerism. To, our CEO calls it the digital pivot. I call it digital enablement. So that's what that is. So we've, an announcement with Oscar is a proof and parcel of what that looks like on how we're going to gain speed to market on digital tools. A year and a half ago, we made a partnership with a company called Privia Health, who does a similar thing for the ambulatory space. We're looking at the moment for things to stitch that together, and moreover, and the EHR vendors won't like the following words, but how do we do that in the ambulatory, in the acute space rather, on, stop being beholden to the Cerners, Epics, Allscripts, of the world, because it's our biggest spend, right? I'd be hard pressed to know any CIO who doesn't spend, 8+ figures on their EHR provider, and for what, in my opinion, a marginal value, but not to disparage those folks, some of which may be a sponsor of your show, Bill, but that's what it is, right? And so for us, it's enabling that digital component, putting healthcare tools in the hand of folks in the way they consume it. And frankly, once we know you, we always know you is something our CEO. So how do I take that across platform? And you may be getting to it, but we're doing a thing on that list, because I don't have a list committed to memory, but we're doing something very unique here called our health villages, right? And folks are doing them around, here's our version, and I think it's the best version naturally. But so imagine, if you will, everybody drives by a shuttered up mall these days, right? These concrete wastelands. We're taking a couple of those, turning them back into park-like settings. Ours are happen to be connected, one to the beach and a boardwalk, another to a bird rookery, another to a kind of a natural reservoir near the St. John's, and turning those into health villages. So imagine, if you will, a central location. I've lived in Europe a while. I call it the city center. It looks more like a park than anything. And your medical office building is there, naturally fit into the environment. A Whole Foods or type grocer is there, a tropical smoothie, a spin cycle, or an Orange Theory. Integrating that into truly a wellness business. We envision, by our studies, 90% of the people who visit there have nothing to do with health first, right? Coming there to walk the trails, or coming there to be somewhere in a social setting. So that's pivot, is where I need digital enablement. I am now going to be charged with somehow integrating a health system into a hotel chain, who's also a short stay hospital, a Whole Foods, right? And imagine the power of that, right? I sit down with my dietitian, and I joked, a robot will then walk me out down the aisles of Whole Foods and tell me what to buy. But moreover, maybe an app, right? Or maybe the dietitian herself, him or herself, walks out with you. But those integrations, right? And we all do it for other things. You've heard this in other settings where, hey, if you're delayed, we know you're coming because you have our app, and we see you driving, we tell you where to park. And, oh, by the way, the doctor's delayed, so go to Tropical Smoothie and get a smoothie on us. Like, those are table stakes at this point, right? I think folks are starting to figure out that consumerism element. We want to take it to that next step, and that's why the data component is so important as well.